Loud machine! We're going to Philadelphia, baby!
My boss says please lock up when you are done. It's getting late and I'm going home to write some songs about expense and then I owe to my government.
You can't drive to Philadelphia through Jersey without stopping in Trenton first. I know this may be hard to believe, but once upon a time, this city was the United States capital. Obviously, they did nothing to preserve that site, and now it's probably either a crack house or a hole in the ground. But once upon a time, this city actually mattered. You probably know it from this bridge if you've ever driven by. This is Trenton's last claim to fame.
About expense and then I owe to my government so I can buy presents on this Christmas. Maybe I should just go to war. All of the contracts will be ignored, but I guarantee I'll have in the bank no pension plan to cover the rest. Maybe I should just go to war. Just go to war. All of the contracts will be ignored, but I guarantee I'll have in the bank no pension plans to cover the rest. Maybe I should just go to war. The options are so limited. How do I save my health? My insurance has become
We pulled into Philadelphia at the early twilight and went right to Centercity. We were staying at the Hyatt Regency down there, which had this incredible view. And then at the recommendation of my friend Andrew Diapiece, we went over to Monster Vegan and had a killer dinner. I had an all-vegan General Tso's chicken sandwich. We had some cocktails. And then we headed over to Fishtown to the Neon Clown Dream Lounge because my boy Lake Markham was having his book release party. Irvin hosted the show. This guy's awesome. He's got a killer book called I Have a Gun. He got the crowd all warmed up and read a great poem about Pulp, which is one of my favorite bands. Philly favorite Kate Cantanella was up next. She rocked it too. And then it was Lake's turn. I just finished his book Lo Siento. It kicks ass. Definitely check it out. After the show, we headed across town to eastpassyunk to their Little Italy. We were just taking a stroll down the street and we saw all these Christmas lights a few blocks over. They do this in Dyker Heights here in Brooklyn too, but this chill-ass atmosphere in eastpassyunk is so authentic and so cool. The streets were packed with people having a great time, discreetly drinking. I hate everything cheery, but this was actually really, really nice. I recommend it to everybody. So after we walked around Passyunk for a while, because this was a girlfriend trip, we had to go get a nice dinner at Barcelona, which actually wasn't expensive by New York standards. And it had killer tapas, vegan, meat eaters, whatever you want. The food was awesome. The next day, we kind of just snaked around Center City. This is actually the original city of Philadelphia before it annexed all the other counties and became a huge metropolis. It's basically sandwiched in between the Schuylkill River and the Delaware River. And it's home to City Hall there. And most of the city is skyscrapers, but there's tons of cool buildings left if you snake in and out. And we took this going dead east towards like the Carpenter's Hall and the Liberty Bell. So when you get to the site of the Liberty Bell, there's also the President's House. And this facade here with the window frames once housed George Washington and John Adams before the White House was built. Alright, so here's some history that I did not know and I don't think I ever learned in school. This is the site of the Second Continental Congress, okay? Our founding fathers met here following the battles of Lexington and Concord, and this is when they decided we were going to war. We were not bullshitting around with the British anymore. Everybody was going back home and raising militias, making strategies, appointing diplomats, and we were going to war with Britain. The Liberty Bell sits in this park too, between the House of Presidents and the Second Continental Congress location. Its real significance is that it was like during the first reading of the Declaration of Independence in 1776, it was rang. So it became one of our first national relics and a rallying point for liberty. Alright, so we have to backtrack our history a little bit here. This is the site of the First Continental Congress. The First Continental Congress was set up because the British Navy had put a blockade on Boston Harbor after the Boston Tea Party. It was basically a way of starving the citizens of Boston out. This was seen as punishment by the British, but by Massachusetts it was seen as a declaration of war, and there was no going back. This resolution blocking all the trade was called the Intolerable Acts. So at this First Continental Congress, the American delegates got together and put together a petition to the king, which was basically asking them to repeal the Intolerable Acts and let commerce and trade flow back into Boston Harbor. Also at this First Continental Congress, the colonists pledged to ban African slave trade as part of the broader economic boycott against Britain. This obviously wasn't because they felt bad for slaves or anything like that. It was just a huge amount of money Britain stood to lose if America stopped buying the slaves they were bringing over from Africa. So if you continue this walk northeast through Society Hill, you'll be making your way to Old City, and the architecture along the whole route is insane. We popped out here on 2nd and North Market, which was a really sketchy interzone between historic neighborhoods. I wasn't even going to film this part, but then a homeless guy threw a full cup of coffee at me for no reason, and you could just hear the screams of mentally ill people echoing down these alleyways. So I kept the camera running in case we got attacked or something. It was the only time this whole trip I felt weird.
I tried to call you from everywhere for London, but the American tourists never gave up their spots. But tonight we're running on a dream, and tonight seems so far from me, and everybody likes to step to me, and everybody loves the way I dream, and I was hoping that tonight I could finally be set free. So I walked my way across the United States and hopped a freight train back to New Jersey.
We were headed in this direction because Elfreth's Alley is down here. It's America's oldest street in the whole country. This is the oldest street that has been continuously occupied since 1720. This all just blows my mind because here in my beloved city of New York, we rip everything down every 20 years, and you really have to search and go to some horrible areas to find any kind of authentic or old architecture left. And here in Philadelphia, it's literally on every block. Like, we were just walking along and we came across the Betsy Ross house. In case you don't know, Betsy Ross invented the American flag, supposedly. Apparently there's absolutely no proof of this, but her son did a really good job pushing this propaganda forward, so now she gets all the credit. And her house was pretty boring, but still cool to see.
The lights went out, did your legs ever tighten up? And I didn't take you for exactly what you are. Just the cheap fuck I should have left in that motel. No. You said you wanted a revolution, and I said all I wanted was your salvation. Jesus can lead the way and push consumption.
Chinatown's always my favorite neighborhood in every city. They seem to be like the last authentic neighborhoods left. This one is still really cool. It's full of weird shops, Vietnamese food, Thai food, Chinese food. Chinatowns are always loud and usually the most exciting part of any city, so I try to see them wherever I go. Our hotel was near Love Park. If you were into skate or punk culture in the 90s, you knew Love Park. It was a place where all the greats went and tore it up. I wanted to go see it because I hadn't seen it in 20 years, and to my horror, they had knocked down and paved over the original Love Park, and now it's like an outdoor Christmas market for fun and fat families to go smile and take a picture in front of the love sign. One thing everybody told us we had to do was go to monkscafe and get Belgian beer and mussels, and it was a cold, snowy day, so it was the best way to ring in the night. And the mussels were sick, the atmosphere was awesome, everybody was high-fiving, it was a great time. I think we did enough. Well, our weekend in Philadelphia was finally coming to a close. Now, I hadn't been in this city in like, I don't even know, 20 years ago, back in like the pop punk days when everybody was moving to Philly, and maybe I was a little biased towards the place, but this totally changed my opinion. Philly's awesome, this whole city kicked ass, I would definitely live here. My girlfriend stopped at the bakery to get some food, and I walked over to Rittenhouse Square because it had snowed all night, and look at this beautiful ice storm that had painted the trees. What a place. And that was it. We got in the car, got on the highway, and went home.